The storyline of the mermaid cave paintings goes like this. The mer people were here on Earth, cohabitating with whales and dolphins. They all came at the same time to elevate the vibrational frequency of the planet, as per the myths pertaining to the planet Sirius B, which is a planet that has a feline race on the surface and mer people in the ocean waters. Very similar to what we see in Avatar. In fact, I think that movie got its inspiration from these stories. So the narrative is like this. The mer people were helping humans fish and provide food for them. Mermaids living in peace, in harmony. These cave paintings, as I said, come from all over the world, from civilizations that were not even in communication with each other, and they present all the same story. The evidence we have now changes our history. Again, from 3 different civilizations, all of them presenting the mermaids. Mermaids being trapped into enclosures like cages. Humans running to go hunt the mer people.
Did y'all know that it was a tribe that was at war with mermaids, like a supernatural war? And the people were literally terrified of these supernatural creatures? Let's talk about it. So the tribe is called the Rele tribe, or some might call them the Mercy people that live in Ethiopia. Members of this tribe have talked about how basically everyone is terrified of these mermaids. Yes, like real life mermaids. These people don't think that these are mythical creatures. These are real life things that's really going on over there. And they discussed how basically they are afraid that they might make the mermaids angry and the mermaids might take their family. Because you got to think, when the people are going to the river to wash clothes or to wash themselves and to get drinking water and stuff like that, they have to go to these rivers, and they're terrified that the mermaids will get them and take their family underneath with them.
Now it shows the hominids, the land humans, showing aggression towards the mer people. You see the little men up there that are spearing down at the mer people, and the mer people looks like they're in escape mode. They're swimming away. Then we get to a point where we start to see that the humans are spearing land animals. At the same time, the cave paintings start showing physical description of the mer people kind of backing off. It shows them going back into the water. Probably because this savagery of eating the mammals to the mer people not only was frowned upon, but it was horrifying. So it shows them backing off into the water. This is rock art from Mesopotamia that is more intricate and still is showing these people on land and the mer people in the water. They were not just scribbling on rocks. These are intricate carvings. There was time put into this. And you don't just do it because you're bored. I mean, if these were hunters and gatherers and needed to stay alive and be on alert of the dangers, they hardly had time to go doing all of this, right? Unless it was important. This again is showing how the literally attacking the mer people and driving them back into the waters. And after that, you don't see any more evidence or any more depictions of mermaids and people together. It's just like all of a sudden, human generations continued to reproduce the memories that the people had of being with the mermaids, just simply passed on, became myths. Christopher Columbus himself wrote in his private diaries about seeing mermaids. Julius Caesar has connotations about seeing mermaids in lakes. Alexander the Great has stories about him seeing mermaids. These aren't just some Pinco Pallini josters. These were leaders of the world. And if they're leaving in their private notes and in their diaries, and if they're leaving this kind of stuff in the books and writings of their adventures, you can rest assured it's true. Just as true as the rest of those stories that you consider history. evidence showing how humans attacked the mermaid population and made them retreat into the depths of the ocean. And here they all go with their whales and dolphin friends, and they're like, toodaloo humans, we don't want any of this. You guys are savages. Let us stay here with Mama Whale and Brother Dolphin. And we never saw them again. Humans tried to look for them, but they kept on going deeper and deeper into the ocean, until one day they finally understood that humans were bad.
So what you see behind me, family, is an ocean, a full-blown ocean. So within this ocean, I would see about maybe 50, probably it could be over 200, 50 to 200 beings in the ocean swimming. Now, this one right here in the corner, this was the only one that popped up with skin, right? That you could see. But they all was the same being, right? Not the same person, but the same type of beings, right? So with that being said, I'm finna play this video for y'all. But before I do that, let me show y'all something. See, what you see behind me is a map of said realm that we live on, right? This is what they told us. This was 1500, I think, like 15 something. Can't remember exactly, but listen, those giant dark figures and things that you see in the water are boats, animals, not animals, but sea creatures, and also mermaids. Let me bring it closer to you. So above my head, you would see a boat, right? And then on top of the boat, you would see a sea creature. Now, this sea creature is not a regular sea creature. It is like a hybrid creature. It has a face of possibly a human, and also the body of a sea creature, right? So on top of the said creature, there is a said woman that has something in her hand. So I'm believing and I'm figuring that these people are telling us that there are mermaids in the water, right? You can't tell me those are not mermaids. You can't say that's AI either. That's slowed down. Look at how many it is in the water. They always go in a group. Protection.